What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Oh, it's been a minute.
We
It's been
back.
a minute. We
back.
back, though. We back, Pam. How you
Yes,
feeling today? It's
I
been
feel
fun.
wonderful.
I think we did a little bit in the off season, but we really ain't been consistent. But it's football time now. We got some
Yes.
preseason football. We're gonna get everybody opportunity to come on up in here and realize that we are live. And one person that was on here already early, I hope he's still in here, King Trey Way. He said, "What's up, baby?"
Hello.
Hello, hello. And Matt Mike, you just coming in here just to, debo and do what you do best. How you doing, Matt Mike?
How would you stop trying to show out in front of folks? Like I'm here to show support.
Are you? Are you?
Yeah, I am. Of course I am. I
Okay.
show support. I'm not always in charge.
Well,
And somebody in here always makes sure I'm not always in charge. I'm not gonna say who.
what's going on, Lyrics Mom?
Lyrics.
Y'all pray for Miss Lyrics Mom's baby. She's kind of
Baby
that she's not feeling good. We're gonna wish her the best there. Y'all educate us. Y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better. Trying to sit these kids outside in this damn heat. You know damn better than that. Come on now. Come on. These babies ain't over there drinking water like that. They're drinking fruitopias and whatever they be drinking in school now. I'm showing my age. But, they ain't drinking water. They over there getting sodas and hot milk and all this going on.
They also got to be careful because there's another strand of COVID going around.
I've heard.
Yeah. So just be safe. Be careful.
I knew as soon as the kids were getting back in school, I knew it was going to happen. So, we're just giving everybody a little time to get in the chat, get ready to get talked about. We're going to have a couple more folks. Well, we think we got one more lady to come on the show. And look, AFN, we're recruiting. We need more ladies on this panel so we can have a couple of more shows, actually. We can do, you never know. So it's like we're trying to expand like how we got
And she said ladies too, y'all. We don't want no transformers on here, okay?
Ladies.
You got one of my friends in mind that I'm gonna give her information after the show.
Okay. So, and I think it's another person that's interested. So y'all going to see some variety here. It's going to be exciting and everything else, but let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, you guys don't know who we are. We are the Ladybirds of AFN, in case you didn't know. Mark it on your calendars. We're here now, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m., because we didn't want to interfere with football. And Maggie got a lot going on Thursday night. So I was like, let me pick a night that's not interfering with anything else.
Tuesday is perfect.
It's Tuesdays. It's perfect. We don't got nothing else to go on. So y'all can just watch us and love us. And I see about 10 of y'all in the chat. Come on and share this content. Like us, subscribe, and everything else. Let us know you're here. Throw some flowers for the ladies as well. But let's go ahead. Let's talk about it. Miss Pam, you had a trip.
I sure did.
I want to hear about if you want to share a little bit about your experience, where you went. Of course, you could tell the whole ordeal from the travel to the field, seeing practice, all of that. Let us know, watching the game and everything from your perspective. I want to hear your commentary about it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was, of course, planning my trip was going to Miami to the 2 joint practice and the preseason game. But unfortunately, when I got to Atlanta via room to Columbus, Hurricane Debbie kind of put a boomerang in my plan and canceled my flight. So I had to stay another night in Atlanta and wasn't too happy about that. So I ended up missing the first preseason game because I had another flight the next day that had me a layover in Baltimore, Maryland. And then I had to fly all the way from Baltimore to Miami.
So you didn't even girl. So you
did not get to see that first preseason game. I was so mad.
So you didn't see the game the preseason game live.
I mean, well, I didn't see the joint practice. It was two joint practice. It was
I know
on
you got the game. I was like, I thought I saw you there. Okay,
yeah,
so
I was at the game. It was a joint practice for Tuesday and Wednesday. I missed the Tuesday joint practice.
Now, did you see a practice though? Did you get a chance?
I did. And also saw the players coming in and had a video, but I'm going to send you that video of them coming in. I was saying, my son saying I was doing too much, but hey, I'm being a Falcons fan.
Look, you're a Falcons fan.
No, you're doing great.
I'm just being a fan. You know, I gave high five to Grady Jerry, to Chris Lindstrom. They were coming off there.
Look, everybody love Auntie Pam. I saw how they was interacting with you. You a superstar. You trying to act all humble.
But honey, when I got to that day 2 practice, on the they split up the section. They had one side, and then they had two different things going on. Doggone it, they did the special team thing. They broke out in the fight over there. I was like, oh my God. And I'm nosy trying to see what had happened. And then the guy, I guess he a Miami fan trying to be funny. I was trying to find out who was in the fight. Oh, we won. I don't care about who won. I just want to know who was fighting. But obviously he didn't see the whole thing. But then on the other side, of course, Drake London, they were gonna get in a fight with him. So he got in the fight with somebody. So, but overall, I saw some passes from Kurt, some passes from Michael Penix. I mean, overall, that second day practice will win. The wide receiver got hurt, and it was
Rondale Moore.
Rondale Moore. They because me and Lisa was wondering why the Falcon player was not over there, signing autographs and all that, because they were there day one doing it. But that's the reason, because he got hurt, and it was mostly the Miami players came and got autographs and stuff like that.
Okay.
But, the practice went well and all that. And so my day 3, I went way down to Key West. So that was a vacation for Auntie Pam.
Go ahead, Auntie Pam vacation.
Further south.
It's hell to get her groove back in Key West.
I was like a juvenile delinquent, just having the ball. But of course, I had to help my kids keep track of me on Facebook, and all that, to make sure I'm okay. Because if I'm not posting anything, they'll probably get an all points bulletin on me, of course. But I had a ball going down there. They had different, it was a lot of water traveling under there. I mean, it was 3 hours, nothing but water that I travel under there. So I was like, oh my God.
That's beautiful. I love that. I love
that. That make me nervous. That make me nervous.
My advice is to go early in the morning. Do not travel over there at night. That's my advice. And so that's what I did. I got back in time, in time enough where I can travel on highways and not water.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that Friday morning, stormy. I was like, oh, we're going to actually have a game. And so they said, well, yeah, it did this last year. It stormed, but then they actually had a game, which they did. And so finally went to the stadium for the game and all that. And like I said, Michael Penix, he was throwing nothing but darts. And what I saw, I'm impressed. I would say that.
Okay, so you seen it live and full in color. So you in practice. So we're gonna get into it a little bit, because once you finish your commentary about it, that's probably who we're gonna talk about first, because everybody want to know what's going on with this preseason sit down. So but keep going. I'm excited. I'm so happy.
But then the defense came on. They did pretty good, but I think the defense did better in the Baltimore game than this game.
So. Yeah,
I think Miami kind of their offense was pretty good,
Let me ask you this question, Pam. Do you think it was a lot to do with the field? Because we're gonna get into some key points from, and I got some points from that game, and then we'll get into the next game. Do you think the weather and the what's going on with that field? That field is terrible.
You think
that plays a factor in that game?
Yeah, it played a lot of factor for Helms get hurt. and played a lot of factor for Braylon Trice get hurt. I didn't know how Braylon Trice got hurt. I saw him, they helped him off the field. I was right behind the Falcons sideline, and I like, and then they put the tink over. I said, oh my God, he hurt. You know, but I didn't think it was, I thought maybe it was a concussion or something. I didn't know whether it was, you know, that serious. And then I saw when Hellum, they took him out on a stretcher. I said, oh, that ain't good. I knew that wasn't good. So, but I think the field has a whole lot to do with it.
I just feel like, of course, I get it, but I think maybe we need to reconsider that, because it's like coming into that and being that prone to injuries possible because of that field, for one thing. Yeah. And then that first preseason game, we do start some people, you know, just to get a feel. You know, we did see a couple of faces that we are going to see. Like we did see Penix. We did see quite a few people. Now, we didn't see him in the second game, but that game was pretty much a chance to kind of get a feel for what that starting core is looking like, you know, just a little bit. So to put him on a field that was that terrible, it was horrible. So Southside, how are you lovely ladies doing on this fine Tuesday night? Oh, we're doing good. Y'all mark this on the calendar. Ladybirds of AFN will be here every Tuesday. Now. We got some football to talk about. I'm excited. I'm excited. So let's go ahead and get right into it. But thank you, Pam, for your commentary. What I saw from just that game, you know, I definitely am very happy with what I'm seeing with the defense. You know, we didn't win, you know, in that game, but I saw a lot of key players that kind of got some recognition. And we're going to bring out some highlights here too, because I want to talk about some players that stood out just a little bit. But let's get right into a little bit of Falcons. Raheem Morris explains the decision to rest Michael Penix Jr. in the preseason. What do you feel about that? And Mike, since you're here, go ahead and, you know, give me your thoughts on that. I know you said you had to like to say today, Miss Pam, but go ahead, Mike. What you got to say on that one?
I mean, I don't like to talk too much. I don't know where you. So I'll say this: just give that kid a time to be a kid. Right? Give him time to be a kid. We're trying to rush the process. There's no need for him to rush the process. A lot of times, you know, it's, I don't understand everybody's excitement and enthusiasm to kind of see what he is and or if he is or isn't the real deal. But for the most part, it's like, I think it's the right thing to do when you have a guy in Kirk Cousins who's been there before. So Kurt has been there. There's no need to really truly kind of rush this process. Let him be him and let him learn. Like, you got to learn. Like, I always say this from my standpoint, boy, like, I was terrible. My first couple of shows and starting. I mean, I was garbage. Like, I was terrible.
Hot garbage.
I was hot garbage. So people expect to immediately be where you are at this point, and it doesn't. So give that man time to be a kid.
Absolutely. And Pam, what you got to say on that one?
I think a lot of the fan base or the media are trying to start a quarterback controversy. From what I'm hearing, Michael Penix he said, I'm here to learn. I'm in a perfect situation. I'm learning a lot from Kurt. They also have this GoPro on their helmets where they can actually view what they did and what they see in the play, and they go back in the room and kind of review it. And so from what I'm hearing, Michael Penix don't live down the street from Kirk Cousins. So
he don't move down the street from Kirk Cousins?
Yeah. He got a house down the street from Kirk Cousins.
You know what that means?
They live in the same street. On the same street.
Okay.
And another thing I'm noticing Jesse Bates reviewing films with Kirk Cousins. So that's a good thing too. You know. So but I think them resting Penix and Kirk Cousins is a great idea. We need to have them healthy for the season. I mean, especially Kirk Cousins.
You know, because right now, what the real deal is, we're looking for that, and of course, it's a battle we don't give a damn about, but they're kind of figuring out what we're gonna do with, we're gonna get into that one. Heineken. You had to sip your drink about that one. And of course, that third, person that's gonna be right there behind everybody else. I don't even understand the whole contract situation with him, but I guess I got it when they was kind of looking at Kirk Cuzzo and that whole situation. But he's not going to be here this season.
Yeah.
And I know you don't want to talk about it, but good looks. I'm just going to put you on the spot, Pam.
Don't put me on the
spot. Struggle of quarterbacks. Right now in this league, right now in preseason, we have a Steelers team that has 2 quarterbacks on there that everybody wanted, right?
Yeah.
Can't even score more than 3 points. I know
I saw that.
But the Steelers like to start their starters and all that, and be full fledged. So
you
got Ryder out there that not performing, and there's a possibility they might be cutting him.
They did cut him.
They did cut him.
They did cut him from what I'm hearing.
So let me see your opinion about that, though. So, let's just say we decided to hold on to Ryder. We don't bypass everybody. Save your money. We don't got no money to pay for no quarterbacks if this and that.
You mean Heineken?
Heineken, Ryder, whoever. Like, what if we decided not to go with Kirk Cuzzo and to Ryder? Like, give him a chance. He's a rook. Well, it was second season, but everybody was crying. Why are we doing all this? We don't need we need this and we need that. Now we kind of seeing the writings on the wall why this man was out the door. What you think about that?
Yeah, I just pray and hope that if he gets picked up by somebody else, get in a good situation. He needs to probably get into to a coach where he's familiar with. And from my understanding, the coach that is coaching at Cincinnati right now is where he need to be in, because I think he needs to go back to bases, and I think he's going back to Palmer. I'm trying to see who he worked in our field with. I don't know the quarterback name. It's on the tip of my tongue of who he is. It's a former NFL brother of his, that he works with him off season or work with him during the college. He may need to go back to him to practice some more.
I think so. I think I don't know, maybe his confidence. I think maybe
that's it. The confidence.
His confidence was
shadow.
When he got put in there in a place where, we keep talking about it, but Mariota just kind of threw him in a situation where he wasn't really prepared for. It's kind of like what's going on with Penix now. Penix
is in a good situation. Penix is
in a good situation. That's what they was trying to create for Ryder, where he was going to sit and kind of learn and develop. But because of the situation we had at that point, it didn't give him a fair chance. So we did at least allow him to go to a team that maybe they can give him opportunity, but we can see that he's not ready. And Lyric's mom said, Taylor can go to hell. It said, tune out played Ryder for quarterback 2. Yeah, he's just going to have to be QB2 for the time being. He's just not quite. He's just not quite there.
Ready. He just need to get back to that coaching staff that he was with when he was with Cincinnati. Because I think the coach the head coach was offensive coordinator when he was there in Cincinnati in college is the head coach at Cincinnati right now.
Okay.
And so if it's some way that they can probably pick him up, maybe he could probably build up, his confidence and get back to where, where he was.
You think he has potential?
I think he do. He just need to get with a good coach and and then get behind maybe try Canadian League, maybe try the USFL, something like that.
What you got on that, Mike Ryder?
Before because Warren Moon had to go to Canadian League to build up his because nobody wouldn't give him a start in the NFL. So he went to Canadian Football League.
And what you think about that, Mike? Just the whole, quarterback. This was a big thing in the offseason. Everybody was wondering what quarterback we was going to pick. You didn't give him a fair chance. You see in the Steelers situation right about now, just this quarterback rotation that's going on out here in the NFL. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think we picked the best decision? I know it's kind of early, but do you think we made the right decision? Do we address that quarterback situation and at least on our squad?
I do. I've been saying for years, it's like a lot of these issues with Justin Fields, Desmond Ridder, Trey Lance, all these guys. It's not their fault. We got a lot of coaches just like they're more infatuated with their own career than they is helping players to become who they need to be. It starts in college. Well, we got these athletic directors who's making hundreds of millions of dollars off these kids in college, and they're just throwing them out there and basically saying run Negro run. It's like it's not helping the kids. Like you have to teach these kids how to be men first and then be athletes. But a lot of these kids like Justin Field, they're not getting the proper and training. So it's like that's the problem. So I've been saying it for years. I don't think it's really these kids' fault. Zach Wilson is another one of those quarterbacks that got thrown out there. Trey Lance, like Ryder, all these guys got thrown out there. They said just become men quickly. Like Tom Brady, people always try to say Tom Brady, but Tom Brady had 4 years. So he had time to develop first. And he got to the NFL, he had to learn. So he had 5 years to learn how to be a quarterback. So a lot of these kids are barely 24 years old, and we expect them to be lead men. And that's just not fair.
And Corey Gear said, did y'all see what Tom Brady said about the QBs? I didn't get a chance to catch it. Anybody catch his comment on it?
No, I didn't. I saw it, but I didn't. Yeah.
If you can put it in the chat, let us know what he said, because I didn't hear it. Maybe he had some good critiques and things like that. He's the so-called, whatever. But we ain't gonna go into that debate. But let us know what he said, because I didn't get a chance to catch it on. And I'll be watching my Falcons. I don't be worried about nobody else at this point, because it's all about the Falcons.
Johnny Manziel is another person that if y'all get a chance to go back to look at his documented, it said a lot. And of course he was on the Shannon Sharp show also. He mentioned a lot that what he had to go through, being a quarterback and all that.
Okay, let's get right into the next one, though. I think we talked about the quarterbacks just a little bit. So this one right here, Youngway. Let's talk about it. Now his inconsistency is not new, because of course, if everybody kind of remember, he was kind of missing some kicks and things like that last season. Now let's rewind all the way back before he became a Falcon. They wondered what his consistency was going to be, but he turned around here in Atlanta's organization. But before that, he was also kind of an inconsistent person. Let's just go back into the history books of it just a little bit. Do you think that Youngway is starting to lose his game? Because you already know Falcons always come down to a damn field goal attempt. And, we've had some great field goal kickers and things like that. But if it comes down to just this, What you think? Do you think it was the field? We shouldn't be panicking, or do you think we need to start being a little concerned about Youngway?
Want me to go first?
Whoever wants to go first.
I don't think we should panic because it's only in preseason that he's missing. I think when you should put the panic button is when the season actually starts. Then you get concerned. But hopefully our team be scoring a lot of touchdowns and we won't have to kind of rely on him kicking those field goals. But hopefully he'll get it straight when the season starts. Let's just say that.
See what the chat says there. And then Mike, you go ahead and fill in a little bit since you don't just came in and just, you stay in hanging in. But what do you think? You think this is a panic button, or you think we all right? We just gotta, it's preseason. Ain't nobody really trying to get hurt. And he's just trying to be careful. And maybe it's throwing him off just to being cautious. And what do you think?
No, I don't think it's anything that Youngway, he kind of goes through this, like you said. Every year he has one of those moments where it's like he missed a few kicks and he's like, hey, what's wrong? And then, he hit 50-yard field goals in a row. It's like, all right, he's back with 2 years. So it's nothing. As long as it's in the preseason, he's not costing us games. Like the guy said, it's like, if he's not costing us games, you can miss all the field goals you want, in my opinion. As long as you're not costing us games.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I look at preseason. This preseason to me is just an audition, and we know what it is. Some people we got trolls that y'all can't win. It's like, baby, it's just preseason, and we ain't even start our starters. You ain't even seeing really what we got.
Exactly.
The fact that not even just this Penix, it was just it was a lot of players that didn't play. We're trying to be smart this year and make sure we there was too many people going down in one game.
Yeah. And that was your death piece that was going down.
So it's like, we are not taking any chances. So maybe Cool was just being a little bit reserved and trying to give all his, of course, he know how to kick. You can't forget how to do stuff like that. So maybe he's just being careful and, he's just, okay, this, like you said, it's preseason. It's not costing us anything. We're going to be all right here. So I'm going to see what the chat is saying a little bit.
He did kick the 53-yard.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could kick that, but you never know what might be going on at home or something. Maybe something going on in his head. He's thinking too hard about it. It's that all college teams are developing players to advance in a system where they're not playing to get better. That's what Corey said. Also said Brady said there's no longer learning a system. They're just learning the playbook. He also said, what was another comment up here? I think that was it. But okay, so he just pretty much saying that these players are not, developing to advance right now. I guess you're saying that maybe he's saying it's like it's starting to set them up for failure. Not playing to get better. It's just we're hyping them up and everything else before we even get them on the field, and we get out here and these players are just lost. And what y'all think about that? You kind of agree with Brady on that one. He's kind of, because we're starting to, of course, we're being more cautious about safety. We're changing the rules up a bit, kick off this and pads this and helmets in practice. There's a lot of things that's going to be paying attention to safety, but it is also how can these players come over here and play in these new rules? And they're trying to do so much to protect them. Are we really doing a true development of these players for, were we seeing GOATs like Brady and players like that? Or, what's happening here? What do you think?
So what he means by this when he says players aren't learning systems, they're learning the playbook. So basically what that means is when you play against certain teams, let's say this team runs a 3-4, 3 linemen, 3 forward linebackers. What they are learning is how to run plays. They're not learning how to attack a 3-4. They're not learning how to attack a 4-3. They're not learning how to read the secondary. What they're teaching these quarterbacks today is how to run their plays, how to run our spread offense, how to run a certain play. That's what they're teaching. They're only teaching that system instead of how to attack the system. So that's what Brady means when he says like they're teaching these guys how to learn a playbook versus how to attack a system. So that's the difference. So when they go to another team, they still have not learned how to attack a 3-4 or the weaknesses of a 3-4 or the weaknesses of a 4-3. They're only teaching those guys how to run their plays, and that's why guys go to different teams. They end up worse than what they were before. Essentially, what we see with Desmond Ritter, everybody's like, "Why Desmond Ritter? Why he look worse?" Is because they never taught him how to attack.
Mm-hmm.
We might have somebody coming up. I'm gonna let that person get themselves together. I'm excited to have her on. But you know what? I understand, so I haven't really followed what he had to say. And they say he also threw some shade at Daniel Jones. And what's up, Jerome in the house? How you doing? Y'all Sweets by Deshaun. Y'all check them out. Get your holiday cakes, because Thanksgiving and everything coming up. Get you some cakes, pies, cookies. Get it all, people. I'm going over there. That well said. That's right. So I want to kind of get into. I'm getting my computer back up because my power just went out, y'all. So I'm gonna do some, but it came back on instantly. So Lord, I'm like, you know what? Come on, we don't need this. So we're gonna talk about some players that I felt that stood out a little bit, in my opinion. Throughout these preseason games, you can tell they want a job.
Yes.
They in here to win it. So and that's what the preseason is all about. We're trying to see who's going to be the guys that's going to make the final cuts. So if you're emotionally invested in these preseason games, I feel sorry for you. If you over here crying because we ain't won no, let me see if Miss Lady is ready to go. Let me see. I think she's still got her stuff in the background. I'm gonna give her a minute. Let me see. But if
who's going to the preseason game on Friday? I'm gonna be there. I'm a season ticket holder, so I'll be there.
Let's go ahead, girl.
I'm gonna brag about that. I'm gonna be there, even though Penix and Curson not playing. I'm looking to see the backup behind Heineke, how he do, because he did pretty good at that Baltimore game. He showed a lot there, so I'm looking to see some more.
Nyght, Ryder, you gonna be at that preseason game on Friday? I think you're supposed to be in town, aren't you? So Nyght, Ryder, Miss Pam, I guess they're gonna be in the building. That's exciting. Speaking of, let's kind of halt and do a little commercial break because we got about 38 folks open here. We want to talk about it. So if you guys need somewhere to go, then it's not for preseason. But if you need somewhere to go for, I think I did not put the picture up. Let me put it up here real quick. But we got a tailgate going.
All right.
Very soon, for that Steelers game.
Yes.
Let me get this flyer on here so you can kind of get the tailgate details. I'm excited about it. So hold on.
Whitney coming in.
Okay, Whitney, she ready to go? Let me see if she's ready. Oh, she's ready to go now. Let me make sure. Okay, let's go ahead and get Miss Lady on. Let's go.
Hello, Whitney.
Hey girl, we was gonna do a commercial break, but let's go ahead. Let's do that real quick, and then we're gonna get into some of your commentary. We'll start kind of where we started with the coup and just Penix, being able to sit and some of the starters not playing. But let's talk about this tailgate. So we got a tailgate coming for the Steelers game. This is going to be a part. What AFN is going to be attending this one. So if you guys are looking for a tailgate to party with the AFN crew, we've been invited out to go to this tailgate right here. They are directly across from the stadium. If you get your tickets early, so you can hit me up. I'm trying to get them in bulk so we can just all get them all at the same time. Or you can contact the phone number right there. Or you can Zelle them, but please put tickets. But I'd rather you contacted me so I can reach out to the individual, but you can call that number too. Let them know and arrange your tailgate. It's all you can eat, all you can drink. We got a DJ. The DJ that was at the Red and Black event, he's going to be the DJ there. So DJ Dunn won, and it's going to be fun. We're actually developing the tailgate. And sooner or later, we're going to have us a video game truck. So, some of the kids will come out there and play video games and things like that. But $25 in advance, $40 when you walk up. But telling you, you're going to have TVs. If you can't get into the game, just come out here and have a good time and party with your AFN crew. So I just wanted to let y'all know about that. This is the flyer right here. It will be all on social media. I want y'all to check it out. You said I'll be at 2 of them. Okay, Nyght, Ryder.
All right. And Jerome 69, I'll probably, if you could meet me at halftime down at the bottom, I can definitely be down there.
Miss Pam is going to be at every single game. I'm excited about that. So that's the tailgate, everybody. But let's go ahead and get the lady in, Miss Witt. It's been a minute. So let's go and introduce yourself, because it's not a show without Witt's intro. So
come on, the show with Whitney on it.
Y'all know I had to put my jersey on. Y'all know it's your girl Whitney J from the A, ready to slay. I am sorry I am late. Had to get the mommy duties out the way, but we are here. It is grand. We almost in Falcon land. We about close to the season. I'm excited.
I am too.
Girl.
What's
I'm
up,
excited.
all the people in the audience in the goo? We missed you all. We're excited. Oh, I can't wait. We about to be weekly. I've been missing you all. Especially, I would like to thank everybody that welcomed me and came up to speak to me at the party. We had a ball.
We had a ball. There's more to come with that one. So come out and tailgate with us as well to, party. Eventually, I think we're going to be talking to somebody about finding a off-season, game away spot where we can watch the game for those people that's not traveling. So we'll get the details on that one. But so somebody was talking about, Penix sitting out, so like Maddie Ghost, he's not going to learn with third string players on the field, lost game, ID garbage, so what do you feel about, we was asking about Penix, of course, and starters being set out for the, actually they already announced that he won't even be playing for the next preseason game. How do you feel about that? Is that a good decision for you?
To me, it is a good decision. I mean, we lost a couple of players due to the turf monster down there in Miami, and I think they're playing it safe. Pretty much is we know we're probably not going to see much of Kurt coming off the Achilles injury, and Penix is not a stranger to injury either. So I think they're going to protect their investment. He looked really good that first game. He looked damn good, and it actually I know if any of y'all watched us with the guys AFN family when we did the draft, I wasn't very
happy. Your reaction was
wasn't very happy at first, but
because your reaction is kind of like my Cowboys reaction. That's gonna go down in history as my Cowboys reaction during that season when Dan Quinn was still here. I was dropping F-bombs and what in the hell is going on with these players? They acting like they can't tackle. They can't. What the hell? You're looking at the ball. So your reaction to Penix, Penix getting signed, it was getting on. It was like, you weren't too happy. Tell us a little bit about that. How do you feel now? How do you feel now after all that draft buzz?
I'm about to say, Terry, if Raheem the Dream made me eat crow, I could definitely say that. I now understand the vision. I guess because I've been a little shell shocked. I have PTSD from all the mistakes we've made, therefore of the past. So when you hear all the stuff with drafts and stuff, of course, you got all the talking heads of everybody that knows football but haven't played. They only watch TV. They ain't talk Pee-wee, know nothing. They can't even pick out fantasy correctly. But their big thing was, we need a pass rush. We need an edge rush. We need a pass rush. And so that was my thinking as well because of where the defense was. So me not thinking, okay, if we do start winning, you're not going to be up there in the draft. We really do need a quarterback. I wanted a quarterback initially, but I'm thinking we got Kirk Cousins, so that at least can put a bandage over to whenever that day comes. But now seeing, and actually, I heard a great explanation about it, which actually made me change my viewpoint. And actually, I think it made me better more as a sports analyst / sports girl, sports fan, that
Ladybirds of AFN.
I
Look,
mean,
let's just say
we're
it.
always learning where you could get an edge rush, free agency, trading. They're always available. But a quarterback is a needle in a haystack. Let me say it again. A quarterback, a great quarterback, an elite quarterback.
We saw what happened last year.
In a haystack. Everybody is not going to be so lucky to get a Tom Brady in the round 6 or anything else like that. So when you have a premier quarterback who has a great arm, who rises to the occasion, which we seen, he didn't have no sweat off his back or anything. You could tell he was comfortable in the game, that you go get them. And now with having that viewpoint, now I understand it. So I'm like, now that we got Judon, then we went and got Justin Simmons, then seeing how the pieces have fallen, because with Trice, I was hurt. Hillams, I was hurt.
Yes, come on. It was like, come on, we dropping like flies for this damn field.
But to see that Terry put that chef hat on, he said, I heard y'all mofos talking about me and my picks. I'm about to show y'all what having not Rich McKay over my head can do for us. So I am excited. This is the most excited I've been in a long
And I think you saying it like that, it's proof in the pudding too, because we sold out season tickets.
Yes.
You know, so I think the fans, I felt like if we really had training camp in Flowery Branch, that thing would have been packed to the brim. If we was able to, you know, we was already filling up last season when we went. It was packed. You know, so you have former players and legends walking around excited. You know, Terrence Mather was like, this is the first time in a long time I felt welcome and invited and wanted to be here at training camp and mentoring these guys. Shout out to him. He actually is over there at Morehouse as a head coach right now. So we're going to try to get just a couple of his games and things like that. But let's talk about some key points. And I'm thank you, everybody. She's right. The Falcons' failure, PTSD, has aged us 100 extra years. So I like what you said about that, Whit. And we talked a little bit about Koo. Do you feel there's a little threat right there with him being inconsistent, or we're going to bypass that as just preseason blues?
I'm going to try to bypass it as preseason blues, but he did miss a few last year. I don't know if
that's what I was saying.
When he took the 7 away, the Superman cape went away. I don't know, since his number has changed. But whatever he need to do, he need to figure it out, and need to figure it out quick. Because there should be no reason you should be missing 3 kicks. No reason.
Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and squat on over to, I want to talk about some people that are some highlights. You know, we might need to pay attention to just a little bit. Some key makers, because, of course, the starters are sitting down, but there are some people that stood out. Let's talk about a couple of these players, people. You know, so, you know, audience, you can give feedback on how you feel about these folks. And let's talk about it. So, just want to know, you know, so key players just kind of stood out to us, and you just kind of how you feel about it, Mr. Brooks. So, I'm gonna give some key points from you know what stood out a little bit, then y'all can kind of give your opinion about it. It said, we suffered that loss on Saturday's early preseason game. You know, it was a slop fest. Let's just admit, you know, it really wasn't what we wanted to be. But the defensive back was playing at a level that made it hard to not consider him making the final roster, even with the standout performance throughout camp and the preseason for the secondary. This game maker is hard to justify that Brooks, he's somebody that might be making the team. What do y'all think about that?
Who you want to go first?
It doesn't matter. Whoever want to.
Well, I think he is putting good tape on film for the 31 team that out there, that if the Falcons decided to cut him, but I don't think the Falcons gonna cut him because he played out of his mind. Like, I agree with Ryder. He was balling. I mean, he was in the backfield. I mean, and then they had him also in special team. So he was balling in there. So I find it kind of hard to try to cut him because it's going to be hard. But he do have good tape for the 31 team that's looking, and they are looking too.
What you got on that, Whitney? I got a couple of more things that stood out.
He looked good that Baltimore game. I ain't gonna lie, with the tackles and things like that. I do sense if he don't make the 53, he's definitely probably gonna make practice squad. But we know a lot of people are really doing it for the, like Miss Pam said, for the other teams. I'm praying a certain somebody goes away. But I know that they're playing for the other teams. So, but he looked good. He looked really good. He caught my eye a few times. So it's just that I'm like, they bringing out the dogs, and shoot, we need as many people we could get at DB. So I'm just saying, let's see where the chips may fall. But young man balled out.
And I think what Jerome said, I like Natron Brooks, but as a free safety, he reminds me of Rico Allen, or at least could develop into that type of player. And then Delilah HD said practice squad at minimum. So you think he can tackle, got to hold on to him. That's what D. Coleman said. And what stood out wasn't the coverage alone, but the speed and ferocity with Brooks. Approached a meaningless noon game. It was kind of like one of those games like, okay, I'm here. Like you said, maybe he is trying to audition for other teams. The energy was there, and it was resulted in jarring the ball loose and making consistently impressive tackles. I kind of saw that, as well as, whether it was wrapping up a much bigger tight end or flying to the ball to help finish the play, everything Brooks did on Saturday was done at a high level. He was the defensive energy for the Atlanta that deserved. And so I feel like he's made a statement there. And I think it's not going to be the last that we're going to see with him.
I don't believe so, but could he possibly be, because y'all know one thing about our team, they do end up finding some diamonds in the rough.
Could
he possibly be one of those diamonds that's currently trying to shine? Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely blew that screen pass up, Nyght. Right? That was on film. So like I said, he auditioned, and even in his press conference, he said he's just trying to impress other teams that watch him. So he's trying to make a team. He's trying to make a team
somewhere. But you know what? The Falcons have been one thing. Let's go back to Terry. Terry was brought here to cook and also get around the caps and everything. And you notice we kept a lot of people on practice squad, and we were just kind of, yo-yoing it. It's like, okay, you come in, you come out, you come in. That way we're keeping the cap comfortable. We got players that, okay, you can't be on the starting squad right now, but just in case of emergencies, we still got a dual threat. We still got somebody that can come out here and just stick right back on in and just pick up where the last person, like you said, diamonds in the rough. So you find out when some players are going down, like, who is this person? Because we got Terry. We got Raheem the Dream that's been here, knows the team, and, the energy. When he became the head coach, the players was just like, thank you. Thank you. I feel great. I'm good out here. People was ready to play. People want to play with Kirk Cousins. Let's get real here. So he's out here developing this team to be something that's for the future. Of course, we want to win now, but we're developing to be a team that's going to be something to talk about in the future. Kind of like what the Braves did. It wasn't like a full blown retooling or whatever, but we just kind of tweaking and turning some knobs a little bit, putting some oil in a couple of places, getting that defense together. So, so let's go ahead and get into another player as well. So I want to talk about, let's go into Jace.
Oh, yeah. The running game in the Baltimore game was much, much improved because the Miami game, it was nothing. So I think they went back to Flowery Branch to retweet something and all that, because what they did, they ran a lot with ran a lot in the Baltimore game than they did in the Miami game. I don't
I
know.
think it was the field. I think it honestly. Let's just chop it to the game. It was that field.
Yeah. Could be
that
the field.
field was a mess, but
I think it kind of stuck a lot of players.
That Miami field takes a lot of players each year.
Yeah,
that Miami field is something else.
Yeah, and then
turf monster.
Yeah, then the Miami defense was their I don't know if they had their second string or first string in there. They were kind of playing, stopping the run pretty much, or the offensive player just didn't block good for the running. But what I noticed, like I said, it could be the field. I would say that, but they played a lot much better in the Baltimore game than they did in Miami.
I agree.
Because I think they ran total over 100 yards, maybe more than that, in the Baltimore game than the Miami game.
And so that defense was flying around on that three stringers. Yeah. And imagine what the starters are gonna be like. And I'm just saying, we just getting a little taste of it. But this set right here, the rookie running back had 11 carries for 55 rushing yards and Atlanta's lone touchdown on the day. He gave Atlanta credit for, giving Atlanta credit for protecting both Algier and Robinson and Jace for taking advantage. All the big plays on the ground came from the rookie, and he showed his ability to fight throughout, through contact as well. Also here, it says that Atlanta, one second here, is going to carry 3 backs on the roster, but it isn't likely to have the third back on the field. In a pass-heavy offense, that Zach Robinson will run and going to be difficult enough to get Robertson and Algier enough touches. However, when the third back row is going to be an emergency option and often taking the field, Jace is perfect player for this role. After seeing it after his Saturday's game, it's kind of safe to assume based on the draft pick spent and the, unknown ceiling that he already has, the inside track, and it's clearly that he's outperforming Washington Jr. and the job should be that rookies to lose moving forward. So what do y'all think about that a little bit?
I know Washington Washington Jr. right now is technically supposed to be the third back, and he didn't do too shabby as well. I was wondering if they would possibly keep him, try to put Chases maybe in another position. I know we didn't sort of went away from the fullback position, but this is actually a good battle between them two. I'm actually kind of curious which way Raheem and Terry is going to go.
But Friday game will definitely determine that. Because one of them going on the practice squad, but
one of them going to practice and one is going on the roster. We definitely know that.
Yeah.
So, but that's a nice tandem to have. I'm praying for the injury bug to be far, far, far away as possible. I don't know if I need to say anything for the protection of Bijan and Algier, but. Whatever needs to go on, but these two backs have been great. But Jace looked good. I mean, maybe potentially he can. I don't know what they want to do with special teams, but I believe they're going to keep. I believe they're going to keep both of them. But who goes practice, who goes main is what's going to be the determining factor with these next 2 games.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how this development play out. Yard, thank you. He said, where is it? The lines. It said, hit the like button, y'all guys, share. And then Darren said the O-line guys trying to make a roster spot were doing their thing. I was more impressed with the line than the back.
They did a lot better than the ball
guys worth getting behind it.
Yeah, first thing I was a little concerned.
Yes.
We have a question from Jerome. He said, do you think Avery Williams makes the team as Jerome in the house? Do you think he makes the team as the returner?
They had Natron Brooks as a returner. So I don't know. We'll see.
No.
He was doing pretty good there too.
I mean, Raheem biggest thing was he said he wanted to bring the dogs and highlight whatever they're good at and help accentuate and work on whatever it's not. But he said if you don't get a job here with the Falcons, you're gonna get a job somewhere. And I believe he's gonna stand with that. And all these
and he did say that. He did say that if you're not working out right here, we're gonna make sure you set up
get somewhere
and you go somewhere, you know. And I love that. So it's like it's a dog mentality. Okay, you quite didn't make the roster, but I did help you develop in in practice and things like that to get you prepared for somebody else. But maybe that's a better fit for you. So it's not dogging the players, you know, about their ability. It's like, well, you just don't fit this scheme right here. But let's go ahead and develop you for somewhere else to go. So, thank you, Melvin. He said, y'all are doing great. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
We're excited. The season is starting to come, and we got a little bit of football to talk about. So, and we got a full lady panel. We got a couple of more ladies in the back that's going, and actually some people that are interested. So once again, if you are interested in joining the Lady Birds of AFN, we need you because we too deep over here with men. We need these ladies to come in here.
Christy. I would call Christy out if she.
I'm calling quite a few ladies out here.
On a lot of guys chat, so I wouldn't mind having her on there.
Call out. Then also, I've met a lot of women. I've been introduced them for different teams that I've seen and saying, "Hey, if we play y'all this season, you're more than welcome to come in.
You don't got to be about." Absolutely. I like that idea with it's like, come on, because we got women in all kinds of, the football league that are big and huge fans. Women are coming out here and showing out, y'all. So let's talk about this one last but not least, another standout here.
He stand out. He did a good job in the last game. He did.
Yeah, that first game, I was like, when he missed that, he missed that pass from Mike. I was like, but he ticked it up. But I think he lucked out. As much as I hate to kind of see that with the situation that was going on with the with us losing. It wasn't Mooney.
It was
who was the wide receiver we lost?
God, it was on the tip of my tongue who it was.
Rondale Moore.
Well,
with us, I think that's how he's going to be able to slip in because we are missing Rondale, and I wish him a speedy recovery. And
Chris Washington showing his butt out too now.
Yeah, he is, but I think Washington was a little bit more up the ladder than Blair was. So I mean, we out. I mean, coming into the season, our wide receiver room looked like shit. So I'm gonna do the Trump pure D shit. Pure D. So yeah. So where we are right now, I mean. They Raheem did say Terry's still cooking. We don't know. We don't know what's hurt. We don't know if we still on the main course.
We'll bring somebody in.
But yeah.
And it said despite
he looked good. He looked good.
And it said despite making the biggest play today in the first week of preseason, Blair was among last week's cut suggestions. So at first, like you said, it was kind of like I don't know. An early fumble where Blair handed the ball to the Dolphins made it hard to justify keeping the receiver on the roster. But kind of going into this game on that Saturday, fast forward a week later, they, it made you look a little bit more, about him. It says, for the second week, Blair was Atlanta's biggest play through the air and the most reliable of a group of struggling receivers. So Blair is still fighting for a roster, we already know, spot. And this week's game heavily kind of tilted things in his favor. While the fumbling route efficiency still factor in Blair and has an argument to be this team's fifth or sixth option in this position. But in Zach Robinson's offense, you will need better depth than what Atlanta has had since Julio Jones left 3 years ago. Drake London, Darnell Mooney, and Ray McLeod are a nice starting trio. But after those three, who do you trust most, in this situation? So, what do you think about that? You think he got a case right now, or you think he's still kind of we got to wait and see about this one because we were seeing him a lot this Saturday. So what do y'all think?
This Friday, you're gonna definitely see him a lot. Yeah.
What you got to say on that, Whit?
I definitely want to see how he performs this game to see if it is like he maybe, because of course we know coming in the preseason, this is their first taste at hitting other teams. That light is super bright, the rookies and different things like that. Maybe with coming into the third preseason game, he's gotten adjusted a bit to it. And he'll be more settled into it now. So I'm looking to see if those mistakes are still there, or if you could be like, okay, I can't see him making the 53 or practice squad or whatever it is. But like I said, our wide receiver room needs some help. So if he make it, welcome all means, but you got to ball out, boy, this next game. You got to ball out, because like I said,
gonna be slinging that ball. He gonna be slinging that ball. So yeah.
But I'm still waiting on another person to depart. I'm still waiting on that.
And Corey Gear said Terry ain't stopped cooking since coming to the Falcons. Let's just talk about him. Let's talk about my cousin there. So what do y'all think? Now that we kind of seeing a little bit of practice, we're seeing preseason just a little bit. We're seeing, what he did. He didn't panic. He was like, okay, let's go ahead and bring some men in. Let's fill this. This fills what we need, some holes and things like that. This man is quick to action. He got Raheem over there. Something is happening here where they're paying attention to what we need. Yeah. These players are happy to come here. This is the first, I think I forgot whichever player was like, he was already in a red and black suit already.
Oh, that was Simmons.
That was Simmons. When they signed that Judon, he said he called his agent. He said, get on the phone and have them to talk to me. He already was on the phone with them.
So to have players that actually see something, they're seeing something in this team that, and I can say, previous coach, I ain't gonna mention his name anymore. He's not mentioned here anymore, but I saw the potential of where he was going with it as far as developing just a bit. I think he just got too much into his head. He started off, this and competitive, and he got too much into that, so the media. But there was improvement though in this squad. So it's like, I don't care about preseason wins. I care about what's happening on the field and who we're going to keep on the roster and how we're going to build this team to be something amazing in the future. I see it. The energies is there. Everybody's buying tickets. Tailgate is going crazy. We got a whole cruise going for the Atlanta Falcons fans. That's how much the energy is coming. We was just at the open practice at the Mercedes-Benz. Ridiculous. It was so many people there. It was insane. You might as well call that a home game. Yeah. So the fans are backing up this team. Now we need the team to show out and show up. So let me see what some of these comments are saying. Said, ladies, thank you, 330. Boys Saints fans was crying worse than a newborn baby when we signed Simmons.
Yeah, even at that high school open practice, it was packed too. They had buses.
I saw the pictures.
They had buses to kind of move people to, have park in one area and transfer them to the high school stadium. So it was packed.
Okay. It looks like y'all had a fucking ball. I was jealous of both occasions. I was like, I can't wait for next year that the actual facility we can actually go at the Flowery Branch. But
yes.
Girl, I had to work. But definitely,
hope we can come out to some tailgate or something. Are you going to come to some games?
Definitely that. We're definitely going to be at some tailgates. But one thing I can say that I have noticed is that, like you guys are saying, the energy is completely different. Especially with the changes that's made around. You ain't got Dummy Trough no more. You ain't got that the FedEx fucking legacy here no more. And you can tell
that limited cap was the reason players didn't want to come here. Glad Sergeant Target is going.
But well, Raw, you could tell that players respect him. He's what they call a man's man, and that his energy, even with, I love to watch the mic up with the players and the coaches and stuff like that. You could tell the energy to bring the interaction, and to actually see that him and Terry, you could tell they just click, and it's a joint venture. That they're not trying to stop each other.
You noticed that it was like, even from the beginning when they was like signing, they was hugging like they homeboys. What's going on? Man, this man called me on FaceTime. I'm seeing his kids. I'm seeing, you didn't quite get that with Arthur Smith. You didn't get that kind of energy. It's like, hey, I'm here. I got my job because of my dad,
And it was even in the press conferences, like I get excited listening to him in the press conference. He makes you believe it with AS. I should call him ass, but with him, it was just like, yeah, we're planning on doing this, and I just take questions. He actually, you could tell that D led the reporters. They like talking to him, and that they're actually on national programs. I've never seen national programs speak about the Falcons as much as they are now.
National televised game. That's unheard of. 4 of them. And guess what? I'll probably be at all of them.
That's right. Guess what? She's gonna be at every game.
Let them know, Miss Pam.
So what is it the Kirk Cousins show? Is that the reason why we got some prime time games?
It's Raheem.
You think it's Raheem?
Yes, I think it's him.
He's a communicator. He can communicate with that media, and they love him.
Hey,
they talking, and to hear what Judon was saying about how he had the choice between the Bears and us, and he chose us. Then
he liked the warm weather. He didn't like the cold weather.
I know the weather had something to do with it, and maybe the Magic City wings. Who knows? But anywho, but also where Justin was like, he had the dinner with AJ. He also had it. They said Grady Jarrett was there. I didn't know Justin.
The name of that place they had it at.
Chops. They had it at Chops.
Chops. I'm gonna have to go to that place.
Chops. Hey, we're gonna make us a ladies Falcons trip. Yeah, we're gonna go there. Hey, we're gonna go eat, girl.
But the questions he was asking, he said you could tell how it was, and what made it kind of point was like, you could tell they was like, without you even being here, this train is a moving. Like, we got a goal.
We're gonna keep moving without you.
Like, we gonna keep moving with or without you. Get the fuck on the train or get the fuck out. So
absolutely.
It's like, this energy is amazing, and I'm ready for it.
And it's been a while since we had that. And I see Darren Tillman said Terry is the best off-field asset that the Falcons have acquired in a very long time, and that's from a personal standpoint and a financial standpoint. Hey, y'all, hold up. There's a club in the Benz Stadium. Where you been? You ain't been to the stadium yet?
You know that? Man, there is a club there.
Justin Simmons was never signing with New Orleans. It smells like sewage down there. Never. Barney Rubber. What you talking about? Nyght, right?
Nobody wants to go to the boot.
Dummy Trough. Yeah, he's Dummy Trough. Dummy Trough was supposed to be it, but he lied on his application. Arthur Smith looked like a South Park. Y'all over here acting a fool. Howard Casino Club level. Okay, then look at you. I'm going there and sit with you at the club level then.
He's gonna have to sneak me in somehow.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna sneak in. We know y'all. Y'all just overlook us walking past. We just trying to get in now. It said Darren Tillman said the kind of value that Terry is showing is the kind of value that acquires you a team in the future. I see them eyes. Let's be real. Atlanta's quality of life versus Denver was a win from the beginning.
Yes.
We got the best women fans in the league. That's right, April.
Yes.
We in here ready to talk football. I know we've been missing. I said y'all can hear the guys talk about the same stuff all off season. We want to talk about football when there's football on the field. We ain't got time to be talking about, let's see what. No, now we can see it. We can talk about it. So the Atlanta Ladybirds of Falcon AFN, we're here. We're here to stay. We're here every Tuesday. Lock it into your calendars. You know, so we don't want to hold you up too much because we're trying to keep this at about an hour or so and things like that. Skanks are smelly. So overall, based on, because I didn't get to ask you this question with how, how do you feel personally? Do you think this is a contending team upcoming? Some people are bold and saying hot takes like Super Bowl. What do you think? What are you feeling that energy? Do you think that's the end goal right now, or is it more like let's just get past that record we've been holding on to? Let's move past that and improve our schedule at least. Our season, one game at a time. What do y'all think?
I'm about to say I'm happy, but my feet are still I'm still hanging 10 to the edge. I don't want to jump off just yet. Again, PTSD from being a Falcons. My cardiac ain't went away yet. But but with this team, I do feel like we are going to win the South. I feel like we're going to win.
It was ours for the taking.
It was ours. It's definitely ours for the taking. I definitely feel like that. But with the moves that Terry is making, the energy that Raheem and the team is like, the energy is palpable. Like you can feel it in the air in the city. I believe that I feel like we should, if we make it to the playoffs, that's better than what we did before. But I believe we can at least get one playoff win. I do believe we can get that. I'm not going to completely say Super Bowl. Of course, that if that would happen, y'all will see me going down Peachtree.
I will lose some street.
I'll be in New Orleans if that happens. I'll be in New Orleans celebrating that.
I'm a rider. I'm saying, Pam, go ahead and buy me a ticket. Go ahead. Just go ahead and put me on the agenda because we're going to
we're gonna do a Go Me Fund or something. I had told my family. I had told because my birthday is in March and the Super Bowl is actually in February. They're gonna have to straight beg and bar to get me to that Super Bowl. That's what if the Falcons made it.
If they make it.
You know what? Speaking of, look, we got a whole, actually we have a GoFundMe. I'm gonna have to retweak it a little bit, but we do have a cash app. $$ Atlanta Falcons
It's gonna be a ladies' trip. All these ladies going
down. Get these ladies there so we can wear our jerseys and show out because us women we just want to represent. I'm excited about this.
I definitely feel like we can. I feel like we can make it, but I definitely Raw and this team. They make it. People build their expectation, but I'm very optimistic, but I'm still that little. A certain it's sitting there.
It's one of those like I want to say it, but I don't want to say it.
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to do nothing.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say we're gonna run the table on the NFC South. We're gonna get all our home games.
Pam.
We're gonna have a home field advantage. That playoff gonna run through the Mercedes Benz. I say that
with a sold out season ticket house. Can you imagine how those walls
they won't be selling them tickets to the opposing team. that Benz gonna be packed.
Absolutely. And 330 was saying, and I think we already kind of, alluded to this. How important is fans showing up to week one game for a home field advantage? Very important. Crowds of participation is the biggest thing. When these players feel like you out there and got their back, they're going to perform. They're going to dance. They're going to showboat. They're going to get over here. We're going to get the electrifying team that we've needed in a long time. Even, I'm going to talk about Kyle Pitts and his 30 bird, but he being there trying to do his look, he got to work on it, but at least he's healthier. We're going to be sneaky, he said. He said, I got us 11 wins, at least one playoff win, but we can go to the best with the best of the NFC.
I agree with him. I agree with D. Coleman. I agree with him.
Okay, D. Coleman. But one thing I can say is very important for the fans to be there because if you have not been to any game with any up north team to know the Pittsburgh Steelers, they love to travel.
They travel.
I remember a game. Me and my family was tailgating. Me and my dad and the family. It was towels, every where you would think we were in Pittsburgh, you would think we was in Hot St. You would think so, because baby, when I tell you they were everywhere. Same thing with Green Bay. We need to make sure these other teams do not feel comfortable to come down here to our field. Folks, season ticket holders need to make sure you're not selling your tickets unless it's necessary. And if you need to sell your tickets, you need to sell it to another fan.
Thank you.
And they selling, and them tickets running high as a car payment right now, from what I'm hearing from other fans. They're trying to get the ticket to the Pittsburgh Steelers game. So it's up there. It's costly.
And he said, I am going to make it. So, everybody's basically going to be there. Even if, speaking of, we're going to put this ad one more time for the folks that's kind of late to the show. We do have a tailgate we can talk about right here. Show up and show out. There is a tailgate. Hey, speaking of, it's $25 all you can eat and drink. We got a DJ, the one that was at the Red and Black event. He's doing the DJing at that one. We had us a good time at the event, so he's going to be live in action. Of course, you can walk up, fans. You can be a fan of anything. I know some people, they're coming in town. There's going to be other opposing teams. I'm like, why are you here? But anyway, I digress. Just pay your money, get your tailgate tickets, and let's have a good time. The AFN crew going to be out there having us a good old time. So I'm excited about that. It's right across from the stadium. So reach out to me if you want to, or you can contact the person on the phone number right there. You can have, cash app them and get this banner off here. So I just want us to party. I want everybody. And it was a big deal. I think, Jerome, we still need to get together, because I don't know why we got this still up here. We wanted to do like and I'm going to try to make it happen. If I start attending a lot of these tailgates, I want to go around and just record that the Falcons have a culture here. We have us a good time at these tailgates. And I think the world needs to know how we get down in the A. So especially with everybody just out there, it's going to be so many people there. Get there early so we can fit. We don't want to see empty seats. Get there 2 hours early if you got to.
No empty seats.
So this tailgate, just hit me up if you want more information about it, in case you can't get it off this screen. Like I said, $25 all you can eat and drink, or $40 when you walk up. But other than that, ladies, let's go ahead and, I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm ready to be back. We're back every Tuesday. I think we like this spot because we're not competing with any type of football right now. It's still the preseason, so we still got a long way to go. We got another game coming up. And you're going to be at that game Friday, Pam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. So we're going to get a little bit of commentary. And you need to send me them videos too. So we can upload them, because it's gonna be out. This gonna be out later. It's gonna get all the footage and stuff, and we can't.
Now, I definitely seen. I'm gonna send you the one that I got at the training camp when the players came in off the bus. I'll give you that one.
Nice. Now she our in-game reporter. Oh, we got an in-game reporter. Yeah.
And my son, he tickled me. He said, "You doing too much, Mom." I said, "That's all right."
And ain't no such thing. Let Maggie T get a camera that's worth something. Oh, it's over with. It's over with. I'm going to have cameras in everybody's face. And, of course, I got the microphone situation that Pam told me about. Oh, we're going to be having all kinds of interviews. Once I get the equipment, it's on and popping. So it's like, get ready. Maggie going to be right there with the camera.
For giving us that information.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You sent it to me. Sold out season tickets for the first time in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Marta better tighten up. Yep. There's gonna be a lot of us out there. We sweeping the South. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and highlight these comments, but later let's go ahead and get our last minute thoughts, because it's just preseason, so we're still skating on, not a lot to talk about and everything else. We're just a little hype. Of course, they're already saying that the starters probably won't be playing the next preseason game, so just a little bit of what you saw last week is Friday, but let's get excited. So go ahead, Ms. Witt, just give us some, your last minute thoughts. How excited are you? What you're expecting to come, and let's just go ahead and just close it on out for the evening. Give y'all evening back. We appreciate you guys.
No problem. And I'm very excited. I'm really, really happy. I'm watching all the clips, all the videos. Anytime I see Raheem and any other guys watching their their interviews after practice, different things like that, you could just tell there's a different atmosphere. It's just a different culture. And I love something that Raheem said, is that, you know, up under Dan Quinn, that was brotherhood, that it was always some type of mantra, and he's saying that he's not going to give them that. He wants the guys to come up with their own. So just how he is, he's so personable, he's charismatic. The guys are feeling it. The city is feeling it. These acquisitions, it's just been a great offseason all around. Things are starting to fall into place. All I'm ready for now is for us to shock the world. Now, do I want to go all in? Am I going to push my chips all in? Not yet, because again, this is still Raheem's first year.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think he's coming in with a chip to prove that he should have got the job in the first place. However, I think with him going to the Rams, getting that taste of that Super Bowl victory, understanding his style, coming back, especially after everything went in Tampa Bay, and him being intern, then losing it, then him being the defensive coordinator, he has a better understanding. And I'm just ready to have everything to do. I'm ready for Kyle Pitts to get back how he should have been from begin. Now he has an actual good quarterback. I'm ready to see what Drake London is actually going to do. I'm actually ready to see what Bijan, with an actual person who actually cares about the winning games and using your pieces. I'm just ready to see where the Falcons go and where our future holds. I hope we can put Raheem's statue somewhere in the front of the Benz with a Lombardi somewhere. That's
hey, and I like what you said about, you know, just not putting all your eggs in the basket right now, but I feel like we got a pedigree right now that especially with Raheem, he did actually have an opportunity to interview. There was something there. We were seeing something. That defense was looking a little bit better. He just saying, when he had to come in and do interim. I felt that he just wasn't ready yet. But even in that interview they were just having, they was like, he was familiar. From the interviews, he just answered everything that we needed. You know, he crossed everything for us, crossed the T's and dotted the I's for us. He pretty much gave us what we are looking for in those interviews. You know, and they said we interview a lot of people, but Raheem just kind of hit it on the nail for them. So it's like, I think the potential was already there, and they just wanted him to go out there, like you said, and just kind of develop a little bit more as a head coach. So like you said, it's the first year for him. So we're going to see what's going to happen. But I think these players want to play. And like J-Ron said, I think Bijan and Algier are going to factor into offense more than talking heads thing. I think all this past happy talk is just window dressing. Absolutely. It said, I got a ridiculous amount of Steelers fans in my family that born and raised here, damn turncoats. But as far as my expectations from the team, I expect a better season. I think we know, at least the record wise, I think we're going to see a lot more better potential. We're on the grand stage 4 times, so let's not fuck this up. The South is here for us to take for the win, because it was there for us last year. But somebody dropped the ball.
Yes.
He took the pedal off the metal. You know what I'm saying? So now we got a guy that got these players out here ready to go. I feel defense is looking good. Offense, let's get it together. You know, now we got to see what Kirko is all about, because he's here for a couple of years, and we got it where we got a quarterback situation where we was trying to get at first, where we allow the guy to develop into something. Because Michael,
he's gonna
be something else, and let's keep him healthy at the same time, because you never know what's going to happen. We never know. So it's like you got a good scenario where it's like we didn't really have that in what? I don't even remember the last time we had like a good, decent quarterback and a nice number 2 right behind him that can kind of put in and just sit Kirk Cousins down, and it's like, shit, you didn't even miss nothing. Come on. Let's just talk about it. So I'm excited. I'm getting too excited about it. I don't want to speak too much on it, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. At this point, what you got on that, Miss Pam? We're gonna go ahead and close it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Atlanta is not predictable no more. We're gonna create havoc on opposing offense, defense, and special team. They got coaches. I mean, Raheem created an atmosphere where, like he said, he's not the smartest guy in the room, but he's gonna get coaching staff that is smarter than him. So I am looking forward to them create havoc on the opposing team. No doubt. I'm looking for that. And I'm looking for a successful season. We're just going to take it a game at a time and let the chips fall where they may.
Absolutely. And I think that's the best strategy. You know, of course, we got predictions and things like that. But if we tackle each game, one game at a time, the end goal is winning at South. That's for me. We got to win that one. It's ours. Come on.
And the players buying in. That's the key thing. He came in, you know, had a let me use one player for example, like Richard Grant. He came in, he thought Richard Grant was that bad player, but he misjudged him. So that says a lot. He took the time and reevaluate him on the. I mean, because I think Richard Grant was actually put in a bad situation under Arthur Smith last year. So players gonna play for him. So you gonna see players doing their job, and you're gonna see coaching their jobs. That's what you're gonna see.
And Elias HD said Rod didn't have his staff on the team while he was interim, so he didn't have his guys on, in play. So that did play a factor as well. So he was able to kind of, develop the way he wanted to develop. So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see what's gonna happen. Raheem as an interim was better than Arthur Smith during his tenure. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's up? What's going on? I see you back there. But we're going to go ahead and let y'all, we got to be mamas and, get on for our day. But we appreciate you guys for watching us. Matt, Mike, what's going on? You want to throw your last thoughts in here?
I want everybody in this chat, man, to find these ladies on social media, preferably be Instagram, so we can show them love, get them some feedback, and give them tips and how they can continuously up their game. So let them know what they what they need to talk about, what they need to do better, all of that. So let's show them some love. So appreciate everybody for joining these Lady Birds. It's just the beginning. There's only a handful.
We had like a little slow start, but we getting started. We had technical difficulties, but we're gonna get it together. We are. It's just preseason, so this is where we can do our bumps and bruises first, and then regular season is on.
I actually have a post on AFN. All right, so go to community tab, show them some love, show them some feedback, so we can kind of continuously, especially during the regular season, where we did something wrong, where we can improve, where we can continue, like everything. So we need that feedback from everybody. So do us that favor and leave a comment on some positive affirmations.
I've been seeing y'all comment. Y'all been asking for Lady Birds. There's a couple of it. They're like, when it's coming back? Well, we back, baby.
Yeah,
we back,
so
and we're not the only ones.
I'm out of here. I'm hungry than mug. So I appreciate you, ladies. I'm out. Bye.
Thank you, Mike. So, but no, we have a lot of we got a lot more ladies that you're gonna see on this panel periodically. Yeah. So new faces, actually more people that are interested. Pam, you get with me at the end of the show. Well, Mike got another person. I gotta talk to another lady. But if anything, what this was for me was a project. I wanted to be a panel of nothing but ladies, because we get ridiculed. You don't know what you're talking about. Y'all not here. Y'all not really football fans. You're player fans and this like that. No, baby, we watch the game. We enjoy the game just like you guys do. I'm yelling at my TV. I'm a faithful fan. So I want you guys to be introduced to these lovely ladies and more, and y'all saw the preview at the Red and Black event with us, and it's going to be a lot more where we're going to be on site interviewing people. even if we're not all there together. I just, get out there and interview these people. So y'all come up to us, say, hey, so we can ask you a couple of questions. We want to put you on our channel and our show, highlight your video, get you seen, I'm all about marketing us. Let's do it, people. So to the next time, I appreciate everybody that's here. This is my biggest dream, to have this panel of men and women now. So we finna be deep in Atlanta Falcons Nation. We got so much to come. Whatever you heard about us, you're hearing it right now. Look, get on board because it's on, people. All right, to the next time, people. We got next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll start on time next week. We had some technical difficulties, but you'll be here. Okay. All right, let me let y'all go ahead and tend to your family. Y'all have the rest of y'all evening. We will see y'all next week.
Peace.
Good night. Later, ladies. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Delia. Everybody that's there. Follow us on social media, and we